Good day, everyone. Welcome to our YouTube lessons with Analogous. Now, today I'll be looking at carbonyl compounds. But before I dive into this thing quickly, let us quickly talk about what this channel is all about. We're going to be talking about so many various lessons in chemistry. We're going to look at Earth Talks. We're going to look at some interviews. But basically, for now, we're looking at chemistry lessons, some organic chemistry lessons, and their mechanisms of some reactions. So we are going to dive into carbonyl compounds today. Carbonyl compounds. So we'll look at the preparations of carbonyl compounds and the nomenclature of carbonyl compounds today before we move forward further. So quickly, let's look at what's a carbonyl compound. Now, carbonyl compounds are into two classes. Now we have the ROCHO group and the ROCORO group. Yes, the ROCHO group is called aldehydes, while these ones are called ketones. Instead of aldehydes, we call them alkanals using their UPAC system of naming. Why we call these guys alkanones. So we're going to look at the chemistry of this guy. Basically, today we'll look at the preparations and the nomenclature. In our next class, we'll look at the chemical properties which they can undergo and their uses probably. So now, alkanals or aldehydes, as we know them to be, have several nomenclature. So we're going to quickly learn how to name these compounds. Yes, how to name this compound. Now, if these are aldehyde, they have this functional group. So this functional group is C double bond OH. Yeah, C double bond OH is a functional group. If I have an organic compound like, let's say, CH3, CH2, CHO, probably what's the name? Now, this is the functional group. The next carbon is carbon 2, carbon 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, and it's an alkanal. This is an alkanal. Call them alkanals. So 3 carbon alkanal will be called propanal. Propanal on their UPAC system. Yes, propanal. The trivial system will be propanaldehyde or propanaldehyde. Yes, or propaldehyde. So that's the trivial system. But UPAC is propanal. And let's look at other more accurate or other complex ones like this. Let's say we have something like this. Now, this compound is aromatic. Why is it aromatic? Because the functional group is directly attached. The functional group is directly attached to the benzene ring. So the name of this compound is benzanal IUPAC or benzaldehyde trivial. Benzaldehyde as the trivial name. It is aromatic. Why is it aromatic? Because the functional group is attached to the benzene ring. So let's look at other cases. So let's say we have something like this, not benzaldehyde now. Let's say we have something like this, CH2, CHO. Now, this aldehyde, on the other hand, is not aromatic. It is aliphatic because the functional group, the alkanal functional group, this is the functional group, that functional group, the CHO functional group, now is not attached to the aromatic ring. So it's attached to the aliphatic side chain. So this compound is aliphatic. So what will be the name? So if we are naming it, we consider that also. So this is carbon 1, this is carbon 2. So this compound is ethanol. Yeah, that's ethanol. So this benzene ring becomes a substituent on this. So this benzene ring is attached to the carbon 2 on it. So this is carbon 1, the functional group carbon 2. So this benzene ring is attached to the carbon 2. So, and this benzene group, or these are rings, this benzene, when it lost an hydrogen, is called phenyl. So it is 2-phenyl, 2-phenyl, ethanol, 2-phenyl, ethanol. So this compound is aliphatic, not aromatic. So there are other ones, there are other examples which we might not be able to look at all of them today. But let me just look at the nomenclature of the alkanones. The alkanones nomenclature. So the nomenclature of the alkanones. Yes, alkanones. So alkanones. So alkanones. How do we name alkanones? How do we name alkanones? Alkanones are just their name using the word alkanones or the nones. Let's say we have CH3, and the first member of the alkanones is this. The first member is this. Yeah, this is the first member. The first member of the alkanones. Yes, so the first member is propanone. First member of the alkanol is propanol, while the first member of the alkanal is metanal. So metanal, this is propanone for alkanol. First member of the alkanol is propanone. So this is propanone. And propanone is trivially called acetone. So it is trivially called acetone. So acetone, trivially called propanone, is the first member of the alkanone or the ketones, while metanal, which is trivially called formaldehyde, is the first member of the alkanal. So quickly, let's look at aromatic compounds like this. Very, very important in the pharmaceutical industry. COCH3. Yes. Now, this compound is aromatic. Why? Because the functional group, the alkanone functional group, CO, is attached to the benzene ring. So this aromatic ketones, aromatic alkanone, is called phenyl. I said phenol, that's not phenyl. It's called acetophenone. Pardon me. That's acetophenone. Acetophenone. So acetophenone. Why called acetophenone? Because this is the acetone group from this. Then instead of the CH3, we have a phenone or a phenyl. So it is phenone group because phenyl or carbonyl. So phenone, acetophenone. So these are aromatic. There are others. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say let me add one to it. Let's say we have a CH3, CH2, COCH3. Now, let's say we have something like that. What will be the nomenclature of this compound? Now, first of all, this compound is aliphatic because the functional group is not attached to the benzene ring, so it's aliphatic. So, what will be the name? So, what's the longest continuous carbon chain carrying the functional group? It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that should be butan. Yes, not just any butanone. Which number is the known? So, the C double bond O is attached to which carbon? So, let me just illustrate it well. So it is a C double bond O there. Yes. So the C double bond O is attached to which of the carbon? So the C double bond O is attached to carbon 2. We cannot say 1, 2, 3. It's longer. 1, 2 is shorter. So it's butan 2-one. Yes. That's the parent. So and this is carbon 1, or this is carbon 1, this is carbon 2, this is carbon 3, this is carbon 4. So I'll say 4-phenyl butan 2-one. So that's a little chip of the, or a little into the nomenclature of carbonyl compounds. It's very simple to name. They're quite simple and easy. First, you need to know, especially the aromatic, the ones with aromatic side chains. Those are the ones I'll give us. We have to know first that it's aromatic or aliphatic. So if it's aromatic for alkanones, you call it phenol. So aromatic is say phenol. Yes. So if it's not aromatic, the phenyl becomes a group, a substituent. So that's that for them. And please, anytime you see an organic compound, let's say, well, let's use a stick structure for instance. Let's use a stick structure for instance. Let's say we have a stick structure like this. The way some schools will put it, some higher institution will put it in their exam. So this kind of compound is not an alkanone. Yes, this compound is not an alkanone. This compound is an alkanal. This is an alkanal. Though I know you are saying C double bond O because for stick structures like this or for skeletal structures like this, every junction is a carbon. Yes, every junction is a carbon. So this is carbon, this is carbon, this is carbon, this is carbon. So, but if you obey tetravalency, this carbon should have extra 3 hydrogens. So this is 3 hydrogens. So one here, make it tetravalent. So this is first bond, 1 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, so 3 hydrogen. This one should take just 2 hydrogens. Yeah, 2 hydrogens. So this one also takes 2 hydrogens. Now, but if you check, this carbon has 2 bond O, 1. So it's mainly an hydrogen. So I had that hydrogen, making it an alkanal. So anytime you see double bond O at the end of a compound, it's usually not an alkanone, it's an alkanal. But if paraventure, the alkanal or the double bond O is at the middle of the compound, let's say something like this, such a compound is an alkanone. So this is an alkanone, while this is an alkanal of the same carbon length. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So of the same carbon length. That's that for the nomenclature of of carbonyl compounds. That's that for the nomenclature of carbonyl compounds.